lied about being rich to fit in. Now everyone knows the truth. When I transferred to my new high school last year, I promised myself I'd finally fit in. My old school was small and quiet. I never really stood out. But this place, it was different. Everyone wore designer clothes, had the latest phones, and drove nicer cars than some adults I knew. On my first day, I realized just how out of place I looked. Off-brand shoes, hand-me-down jeans, and a backpack that had seen better days. So when someone asked where I lived, I panicked and said, "Oh, over near Lakeside." That's the richest neighborhood in town. It was a lie. I actually lived in a small apartment about 20 minutes away. It started small. When people mentioned their vacations, I made up stories about family trips to Italy. When they bragged about their cars, I said my dad was getting me one when I turned 17. And somehow, it worked. People started inviting me to hang out. They followed me on Instagram. For the first time in my life, I wasn't invisible, so I kept lying. The problem? Lies multiply fast. When they invited me to a classmate's birthday party at Lakeside, I had to pretend my house was under renovation. When they asked for my Snapchat, I avoided posting anything from home. One day, my best friend from my old school, Mia, commented on one of my posts. "You still live in Oak Ridge, right?" I deleted the comment in seconds, but someone had already seen it. The rumors spread faster than I could control them. Screenshots of Mia's comments circulated in our group chat. People started whispering, asking if I really lived in that tiny apartment complex. Then came the worst day. During lunch, one of the guys who used to hang out with me pulled up Google Maps, showed my actual address, and said, "Greater than bro, this doesn't look like Lakeside." Everyone laughed. I wanted the floor to swallow me. That afternoon, I skipped the rest of my classes and sat behind the gym, crying. Mia called me. She didn't say, "I told you so." She just said, "You don't have to lie to be worth something, you know." I didn't answer. That night, I deleted every fake post I'd ever made. The vacation pictures, the gifted shoes, the rich girl act. And for the first time in months, I slept without worrying about getting caught. The next week at school was rough. People whispered, but eventually they stopped. The ones who only liked me for what I pretended to be disappeared. But surprisingly, a few people stayed. Even one of the girls who laughed at first apologized later, saying, "Honestly, I get it." Everyone here's pretending about something. Now I walk into school without designer clothes, without fake stories, and without that constant fear of being exposed. I lost a lot of followers, but I gained peace.